Well, it's the day before the big game, and thousands of Notre Dame and USC fans are already lining up. But it's not just about the game. As you can see behind me, people are already taking pictures, their stadium tours. It's all about the experience. Every student has their own story, and Lisa, Nathan, Christina, and Bethany's represent just some of the challenges that college seniors face today. So join me on their journey during their final weeks here at Valparaiso University and learn what life will soon be like for them as they become a post-grad. Well, after the devastating frost last year, the Nappanee apple orchard has seen quite a change. Just look at these beautiful full apples. Nelson Mandela is being remembered worldwide, and one Notre Dame professor reflects on his own experiences with this influential leader. Well, this fence right here separates Miami Hills from Southmore, and as you can see, the two properties are very close in proximity. So how do Southmore residents feel about a violent property being so close to home? Well, with finals week approaching and the holiday season upon us, what better way to de-stress than with a little music? Investigators found a knife not far from the desecrated gravesite. Hennepin County Sheriff's Office says it's the one clue that may lead to answers.
You know, at the time that we had recovered very near the gravesite a 3-inch bladed knife with the name Wally, W-A-L-L-Y, inscribed into it rather crudely, like it was etched in.
Chris Redhead, a nephew of Edward, has no idea who this Wally could be, nor do they have leads on any other suspects.
Oh, it would mean a lot. I think that my cousin Rich would really like to solve this, as would his sisters. The family is just really puzzled by why. I think the question of why, if that could get answered, would mean a lot.
While the Veterans Association honored Edward Redhead by taking care of the site and getting a new burial with a military salute, the family still wishes that more could have been done.
I'd like to see this never happen again, obviously. In a perfect world, something like this should never happen. People should not do things like this.
A $10,000 reward is still out for anyone who has information leading to the person or persons that desecrated Redhead's grave. This is some of what we're seeing from last night's storm damage. Hundreds of trees, just like this one, have fallen throughout the metro area, and some, like this tree, are as high as 50 or 60 feet tall.
When I came back around and I saw it, the first thing I thought is, it's so close. If it had been inches one way or the other, or if I had left maybe a little earlier, I don't know what would have happened.
Brett Rademacher had a very close call last night when a tree fell on top of the passenger side of his car.
I feel really grateful, really blessed to be alive today, definitely.
Now, from Minnesota's most watched station, this is WCCO 4 News, Sunday morning.
Well, good Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Katie Blaze. Thank you so much for joining us. This morning, police in the North Metro are investigating a chase that ended with the suspect's body being pulled from a lake. It started around 9:30 last night when a Roseville police officer noticed a problem with the car's taillight. The driver took off and went about 3 miles before the chase ended in Arden Hills.
From WNDU, your breaking news and weather authority. This is News Center 16 at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Katie Blaze. More and more airports will allow you to keep your shoes on when going through security checkpoints. It's all part of the TSA's pre-check program. Well, firefighters say a device the size of a tuna can is responsible for saving a 44-unit apartment from going up in flames. On Friday night, a fire broke out on the stove in this apartment along West 7th Street in St. Paul. Firefighters say someone left food on the burner and forgot about it. By the time crews arrived, the fire was already out, and that's because of a device called a stovetop fire stop. The metal container is mounted above the burner, and if a fire starts, the container pops open to drop a dry chemical on the flames. We don't own the heating company. It's something many of us say to our kids when they crank the heat in our homes or forget to close the door. Keeping warm this winter doesn't have to lead to a hole in our pockets, especially if you take the time to winterize your home. Well, a college degree doesn't always guarantee our kids their dream job, or a job at all. Megan Hickey has been studying the unemployment problem plaguing younger generations since the recession. This 16-year-old California girl missing for almost a week has been found safe, and her alleged kidnapper has been killed. James Lee DiMaggio allegedly abducted Hannah Anderson, then headed to Idaho after being suspected of killing her mother and brother. Authorities say plans are being made to reunite Hannah and her family today. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Check back at 10:30 for the latest news and weather, and here are your Powerball numbers.